When last we left, the party had traveled to the Raiders' camp, gathered various bits of information from walking around, talking to who they could find and who they could see. Found the uh, found the monk that the apprentice had mentioned was missing, who had been studying, apparently, the dragon cultists in particular. And waited till just the right moment over the course of a few days to spring him and several of the villagers from this camp and took off like bats out of hell while Merrick stayed behind and drops off to Zoom. The party infiltrates the raiding camp, gathers information about what they're doing there, why, and noting the villager prisoners there and the monk who the apprentice had sent them out to find, found out was there and strung up and beat to high hell. Waiting for the right moment to spring, they free the prisoners and the monk all in one fell swoop and bolt out, villagers in tow. And Merrick staying behind, goading Cyanrath, Langdragosa, of all of them, to goad, chooses to goad him out. And does so to great success, almost to too great a success. And Taz and Umari take off out of the front of the camp and split. One going left, one going right. And that is where we pick up. We will start with you, Taz. You, the villagers, all approach gates of Greenest, dog-tired, just in the early morning hours. Guards now posted for what you could count as guards. It's basically the men of the city that can wield a spear. Recognize several of the people with you and you yourself and usher you in without question. What is the first thing you do upon arriving at the city?
Look for, I'd say look for Omari. But maybe we'll put that on hold for a little bit. And
well, I will say, looking behind you, there's no sign of Omari.
Yeah, he should be ahead of us somewhere, because we just the directions we took. So I'll head to the castle again and go check in there.
Night Hill is the first to greet you, and quickly followed by Escobar. The first reaction is one of shock that you're back at all. Just looking at their facial expressions, they didn't have high hopes. Nighthill walks towards you, stiff back and very military posture, as you recognized before, hasn't changed. So, anything to report? Where are the others?
Zumari not back yet.
No, you're the first.
It's a long story. It goes a little something like this. And I will break down into what exactly happened, what we saw, their little encampments, the prisoners they had, how we saved a few of the people and broke out of there and basically traveled constantly. Originally under a bit of pressure. They had sent parties out for us, and we eventually lost them, and now I've just arrived as 3 separate groups. So I am looking for Merrick and Umari. Umari should have been here already. Merrick, I would think, is right behind us somewhere.
He calls over a couple of guards. One eyes around the entire city, looking for Umari and Merrick. Whenever they get here, keep them as far out as you see them. Bring them in. Salute, rush out, and spread the word. Escobar steps up. Wee lad, he's itching to get in your face a little bit and ask about Monk. He wanted to have a word with you first, but if we don't give him an answer, he might crawl up my ass. Just see him? Person that he sent you off to look for?
Yes, he's... who had him? Was it Merrick?
Umari.
Umari, yes. Sorry, it was Umari. Yes, he was being drawn and quartered, almost. And we grabbed him.
That's a fine dandy bit of news to tell him. You can tell him that.
Yeah,
I'm not telling him.
He's fine now, though. At least he was the last time I saw him.
You can tell him. Anyway. On you for getting back. If you need anything, let me know.
Just some rest.
Hey. Imagine. Oh. We've got a few more of the shops up and running. You need to take a gander before you rest or after you rest. We've got our guys looking out for your men. Let you know as soon as we see them.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Which was the guy that asked us to look for the...
Essim.
Essim. Oh, Leosin, yeah, okay. Alright, we'll go see him, I guess. Or if he's waiting for us.
Escobar points to a rather large house, multi-floored, where a bunch of people are coming in and out. You get the sense that this is probably housing people that used to have homes. Points in that direction. It's been staying there for now.
Hey. All right, thank you. Oh.
Nods. Night Hill stops you as you go to turn around. Deal's a deal, and I want to honor it. This was a job. Would you rather I wait for the other two? Payment.
Yes, let's wait till everyone's together again. It can wait. No one's going anywhere, I don't think. Sir.
Very well. Kind of gives you like a hearing the sir. He kind of tilts his head and salutes a little bit. Like he's not used to saluting other people that are not in his direct line of command.
So I'm a civilian to him.
Not a civilian. Like he recognizes your military, but just not under his command, like his direct. You know, um, it's like it'd be like somebody from the United States Army saluting somebody from the Israeli Army, right? It's like two different things. So there's a salute and a respect there. They're both military, but it's a little strange. You find Nessim. You go up, you knock on the door. Little girl answers. Maybe 9 or 10. Pigtails. Yeah.
Hello, little one. I'm looking for Nessim.
I don't know who that is. What's he look like?
Well, he's a medium height male, bald. Some say he's a monk. Being wearing robes.
That guy. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. The crazy guy. Is somebody here for you? She runs the huff. Really don't like it when you call me crazy guy. You. Back. Wait, did you find him?
Which would you like first?
Not sure.
Well, I'll give it to you this way. We found him. He was being held captive near death.
Wonderful. I think.
Yes, so very, very close to death. But we were able to free him and heal him and escape with him as far as I know. Last time I saw him, he was on the back of the horse of my...
He's looking behind you, like for him.
Yes, he was with my partner, Umari. We had to split up because we were being chased, and we took different directions to get back to Greenest. I'm the first to arrive. He should be behind me at some point.
Well, that's a lot. Okay. He's alive. Wonderful.
Was.
Idiot. Is optimistic, then. Right. Well, then we are just waiting for Maury, then. Yes? Red fellow, horns, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yes, that's him. Hard to miss.
we should alert the guards and tell them to keep an eye out, and then I will.
They are already well aware. I mean no disrespect, but now that I've told you, I'm have to head back to the castle and get some sleep. We've been riding non-stop. I'm sure you can understand.
Yes, please. Do keep me informed. The leaders of this town seem to think that I am slightly stressful, and keep an arm's distance. I would just like to know what's going on. That he's okay, and sooner I see him, better. So,
When I know, you'll know. How's that? Scout's honor.
you are a man of honor.
Hmm.
Well, please, don't let me keep you. Thank you.
I'll send you word as soon as it comes. Have a good night, Nessim.
Good morning, I suppose. Good night to you.
Yes, good night to me.
Yes. All right. You turn around, and he is still wringing his hands, just standing in the doorway, and he's there for a few minutes, if you care to look.
I'll, as I'm heading out, I'll pat the little one on the head and just head back out.
Okay. The shops are available to you to peruse as you see fit, while I switch things over to Merrick. Merrick. What is the first thing you do?
Well, I know as he comes up to Greenest, he's going to be posted out and looking for anything suspicious as he gets close. He's not just going to go strolling in. He's going to be as stealthy as he can until he get within eye shot and get a scope.
As you approach Greenest, there. Gotcha. So, Taz, a day goes by, full day. No sign of Merrick. No sign of Amari.
After
pause Merrick for a second. Go ahead.
If they hadn't come back by mid-afternoon after I have slept, I would have sought counsel with Sarber and advised him that they should have been literally right behind me. Perhaps they can spare some men to set out to look for them south of the city. That's
Definitely.
really all I can do.
He would do that. Two. It's a three scouts on horseback. He sends out, and
While I'm out,
watch.
I will be looking for wagon track or tracks from like people, making this passage on horseback and on foot.
So going back to Merrick, on your way back, say you'd get as soon as you start heading toward Greenest, you get a couple hours in, and you see a horseman approaching you. See someone riding toward you, singular, by themselves.
Okay.
Fast.
I've got my bow pulled, but not drawn.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of stand and wait.
Okay. He approaches. He identifies himself as the Scout of Greenest, and he's looking for you. And immediately, the first question is, "What's the other?"
Who have you seen? Has anybody gotten back from? Have you seen Omari or Taz or anybody that was with them?
There are two other scouts looking. Taz is back at Greenest now, as we speak. He is the reason that I am here.
Good. So Omari is still missing.
No one has seen Omari.
I have not either. Can you ride me into Greenest?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you. That's my feet are tired. I've been walking this whole way, and I hop up and ride in with him. And I'm looking for tracks from where anybody may have passed as we go.
Okay.
I can't look real close. Yeah, I mean, just if I see a bunch of if I notice it, I notice it. If not,
I'd say make a ranger, make a perception check, just minus two.
All right, so
not disadvantage, but
yeah, we'll just drop 2 on this. So situational -2. Call that a no.
You're driving in a car and you stare straight down at the road and you're just seeing a under you. That's what it looks like.
No problem.
Can't really catch much. So yeah, we are now around almost 5 o'clock next day, Taz. And Mari comes into view. Both horses are exhausted. All of the villagers can barely stand on their feet. Mari is fucking exhausted. You can tell they did not rest as long as you did. Given how long it took them to get here, and how exhausted they are, I'll let you put together whatever questions.
I'll see if I can get a horse and cart and head out to meet them with a couple of helpers. Get the exhausted in the carts. Food and water.
It's strange. Yeah, it's strange. As soon as the people of Greenest, even the guards, see this group approaching, it's like everybody gets stuck in this analysis paralysis. Then the guards alert. There's someone approaching. You clock that. You see who it is. You moving towards them is what prompts everybody else to get up and get going. Nobody wants to go and do anything about this. So you pack up a cart. You head out there. Several of the villagers, probably too many to fit on a cart, try to fit themselves and squeeze into the cart because they don't want to walk anymore. Leosin is talking. Still barely coherent. He's awake, but like his pupils are just fully dilated. And he's looking at everything and nothing. Surprised he's still on a horse. Mari approaches and says, we got pursued pretty far. We just had to keep going. We couldn't turn toward Greenest until we lost him. They just kept on us. Then once we lost him, we just kept going to Greenest. We didn't want to run into him again. We didn't want to rest too long. I need to fucking sleep.
Yep.
As well as everybody else here.
For sure, friend. Hop in the cart. Let me take your horses. Here. Have some water. I give him an apple.
Thank you.
We'll get.
And he lays down in the cart, passes out. Just before he does, he says he's been like that for about 5 hours or so. Like he just came to not too long ago. I don't know what's up with him.
I will get him down off the horse and put him on the cart.
All right. Leosin too? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And then gonna get some healing spells.
Okay. Yeah, the horses are like frothing. They're done. They need a lot of rest. Switching back to you, Eric. You're still approaching Greenest with caution, or on the back of horseback? Does that change your plan?
Yeah. I'm going to talk to this guy and just as we go, find out what happened while I was gone and anything new, and
Like kind of yelling over his shoulder. Well, since you've been gone in a few days, we luckily Greenest has a carpenter, so we've managed to get several of the shops up and running again, including the tavern. Thank the gods.
Oh, okay. Say no more. Let's ride.
Yes, sir. And you guys just pick up a little bit more speed, a little bit more oomph in your hooves, and Mari and Taz wake up the next day. It'd be 11 o'clock in the morning. Merrick is finally seen on the horizon on the back of one of the scouts, approaching Greenest at as quick a pace as they can go.
Yeah. I'll look at him as from the top of the castle walls, and I just kind of spit and out fucking time, old friend. I'll break out a cigar that I was holding on to, just the butt end that I had saved. Relight that and take a long puff and just watch them arrive.
As somebody who smokes cigars, that's the worst tasting thing ever.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the town riding in. It's like, I made it.
Down with Rao's Sumari and down to see him. Maybe send word to looking up the PCs, Nessim, that Leosin is here as well.
I presume I'm headed towards the keep.
Yeah. So you approach the keep, you see Taz up on the wall, puffing a cigar, you hear him, and you guys meet up. Leosin is taken directly to the keep per specific instructions of Night Hill and Escobar. So you don't have to walk far. They are kept in a private room in the infirmary of the keep. So you guys know this, and you head there, or take some time and catch up. What's your plans?
Sorry it took so long. Kind of had to walk the whole way. Those wings don't last long that I got. I get caught up with everything. Do I see Night Hill or his friend nearby?
As you guys are talking, Night Hill approaches. Well, glad to see that everybody made it. I caught wind that you want to see Master Leosin.
Yes. Quick point of note, though. They loaded a ton of crap from that raid out of a cave, kind of an odd little plateau with a hollow, a box canyon in it, and they rode west with those wagons. West. I believe. Am I remembering that correctly? It's been a lot of sessions.
Yes.
Okay. And, yeah, I want to talk to this guy. Is he talking yet? What's the deal with him? Looking at Taz.
Physicians have taken a look at him, and best they could tell, he is under some kind of influence. They seem to think that it will pass with time. If there is any way that you gentlemen can expedite things, it would be much appreciated.
I look
If
at
not,
myself and I have no idea how to do that. Taz?
muted.
There's a couple things I can try.
I'm out of my depth. I just laugh.
I'll go past the curtains and see him again.
Wonderful. I have some questions of my own. I'll join you. Only briefly. When you pull back the curtain, Nessim is already there by his bedside with hot water and cloth. Leosin is laying down and seems to be asleep at the moment. Whatever he was babbling, he's passed out since. Nighthill goes over to a small table and grabs a small white bar and cracks it under Leosin's nose. And he immediately just startles awake and is got that glazed look again. Nessim immediately pipes up. He's asleep. He can't wake up and talk. I mean, what do you expect from him right now? We have some things we might be able to try. Yes?
Now I'll go forward. And I will close my eyes, place my hand on his shoulder, and cast Lesser Restoration.
As the magic leaves your hand and is pressed into his shoulder, the light seems to pulse through in waves. And a minute goes by and he stops moving. And he just kind of lies there with his eyes open. And then another minute goes by and you can see the pupils returning to normal. And he kind of blinks. And he looks over at you. Deadpan. What the fuck? Oh. This seriously is the worst hangover ever.
Good morning, sunshine.
Fuck you. Who are you?
I turn.
Who are you?
I'll look to try more and just chuckle. There you go.
Nessim pipes up. Master. First of all, what the hell? And second, this man just saved your life, and that's the first thing you have to say to him. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's all good, Nessim.
I will think of something. As I said, I don't have much, but I'm a man of my word. I will give you something worth this. Dude. My head is splitting. Stop talking, please.
I'll try a cure wounds on him, see if that helps a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Or a healing word.
Healing word would be fine, yeah. Oh.
This is good for hangovers. Let me try.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of nice.
Don't get used to it. I'm not a fucking parlor trick. But it has its uses.
That's too bad. All right. Well, Master Saviors. Oh. What do I have the pleasure of being awoken from my beauty, whatever the fuck that was? I'm not even calling that sleep.
Well, why don't you start with what's the last thing you remember?
Oh.
Like dragons beating your ass?
Yeah, that's about right. Black Dragon, Resmir, bitch. Okay. All right. start with the basics, get that out of the way. I study dragon cults or people who have a inordinate fascination with dragons. Caught wind of a group moving around here down south. Followed them. Came to Greenest. Figuring this would be the last place they're going to hit. I was right. I wanted to take the opportunity to try to get in, infiltrate, see what I could learn from the inside. Razmir apparently knew who I was. Just snatched me up. I didn't even have time to blink. She knew more than she should have. I am very good at my job. Very careful. She sniffed me out like a fox catching a rabbit. Too easy. Didn't tell her anything. Not that I remember, anyway. I don't know what the hell she gave me. Everything hurts. She has quite the temper. In case you couldn't tell. You guys got me out.
Well, let's just say I have a feeling they know who I am now. Luckily, they may not remember their face. And I point to Amari and Taz. I kind of had all eyes on me. They're pretty grumpy people.
Understatement of the century. Yeah. Grumpy. What are you, 50? Shitheads. All of them. What did you guys hear? What did you guys find out?
I kind of dumped what happened to us and how we stayed in that camp and what we overheard and how they were talking and all the things the kobolds were toting in and out of the cave. I just kind of, this is what I saw.
You guys didn't get in the cave.
I could not. They had to bolt with the prisoners and you. I hung around, but it never quite emptied out where it was safe for me to get in.
So let me get this straight. 3 of you? 3 of you. He's looking at Merrick, Umari, and Taz in turn. Got in there, heard all of this, and busted me out?
Well, we didn't have a lot of choice. I wasn't going to stay there.
I don't... All right. Well. So
we're a happy bonus.
Why did you guys go there? Why did you bust me out?
Well, your little friend here. And I pat, what's his name, on the shoulder. He made sure to tell us you were there. He knew you were in trouble. Friend seems to care about you. He's a little high stress, but
I had to put a huge bounty on your head. Huge.
That's I most certainly didn't. You got a really big mouth for an apprentice, my man.
Yeah, but he got you back here, didn't he?
I thank you for that sometimes.
What the hell are you doing? What do we need to know? I look at Night Hill. That middleman there probably has some very, very important questions for you, way out of my scope. But yeah, talk.
First thing to know is the most important, I suppose. This cult is a cult that's been around for a long time. They call themselves so original, Cult of the Dragon, or Dragon Cultists. They worship a dragon deity called Tiamat. She is the Dragon Queen, the queen of particularly all of the chromatic colors. How much do you guys know about dragons?
Stories.
I know they come in colors. It's not something I dealt with a whole lot, but I know what they are because they're an animal, so to speak. But that's
Dragons
about it.
are dragons are much
not
more
not animal, but yeah, I mean it's there's something you might encounter. I maybe saw one fly overhead once. Would probably, I think, to be the most close he ever got to one. Nothing familiar.
Well, here's the basics. Here's what you need to know. Dragons are the 5 chromatic colors: blue, green, black, red. And blue, green, black, red. I'm forgetting one. Fucking drugs.
Red.
Bronze.
White. Thank you.
White
Yes.
dragons, frost dragons.
White. Thank you. These guys are inherently evil creatures. They, in their own special ways, each color has its own variation on what they prefer in terms of viciousness. They are just nasty things. They are the most powerful, nasty ass creatures. And what makes them so dangerous is they're sharp, they're smart. On top of being strong, just physically, all dragons are strong. But the chromatics have a cunning that even the metallics they don't have this kind of intelligence. The Dragon Queen, Tiamat, rules them all. Thankfully, she rules them from the 9 hells. She's not on this plane. This cult has ideas. They want to bring her here. You guys heard rumors about that cave being a hatchery, right?
Mm-hmm. They're taking food and stuff like that. Ice, coal. It was really strange.
I didn't get a chance to get in either. Resner strung me up before I could get in. I ask you guys why you went out there, why you would risk your lives for me. Because if you guys can get me out of a situation like that, 3 of you, if one of me couldn't get in and out, the 3 of you could, maybe you could do it again. Be willing to pay for it.
Huh. Some things don't have a price.
I have a standard price for extreme missions. You have to buy me a drink afterwards.
Seriously?
Well, yeah. Don't leave me hanging. I might need food or something. But if this is important, yeah, all right. It sounds like fun.
If you do this, buy you the best they got. Because here's the rub. If that place is a hatchery, they're trying to bring, and they are legitimately, which, by all accounts, there's some names floating around. I haven't confirmed yet. But they got some big guys on their payroll. And if these names are legit, they could do it.
This
They could
isn't
bring
some kid's
her.
no kid's fairy tale here.
No kids fairy tale. No bullshit. If this cult keeps going the way it is, they could do it. Whatever's in that cave is part of it. We need to know.
Look at Taz.
Given what
I'm not walking
what you
back
guys
this
could do.
time.
Umari, what do you think?
Well, I think we got out of there barely the first time. You want us to go back?
That was my thought. They need an army. I'll turn and look at Harbor. You.
Nighthill looks at you, Merrick. You took the longest to get back.
Yeah.
What was it like when you left?
Had all the cultists cleared out, or was it just some cultists and kobolds left? I think, as far as I know.
As far as you know, Cyanrath is still there.
Okay, yeah, that's
But-
right.
There is a fraction, a tiny fraction of what is left there. So a few cultists you saw, and a handful of
Cyanrath
kobolds. So
and
none of the
Dwarves
drakes,
and-
none of the mercenaries. They're all gone. Like basically, the wagons packed up, and everybody shipped out with them.
And I fill them in. I'm like, it's like they got like a little post there. So I mean,
They
There
only
you go.
have a small
Listen,
entourage there. It's can't imagine it's still a hatchery.
no. That's the thing.
what?
The reason Resmir has Cyanrath basically squatting in a cave, and Frulam squatting in a cave, they can't move the eggs. They can't move them until they hatch.
So that's why the dragons were flying around.
I guess.
Because that I think the blue one that was here, we're not sure because it was a long way away, but yeah, there were dragons. And what was the one that landed and she flew away on? Look at Taz. Do you remember that? What color was that one? Yeah, I don't remember what color it was. Sessions.
I have it in my
What,
notes as during Mallory's march or watch, a dragon with a horn, unknown color, landed at the plateau.
Yeah, that's from the first one we saw, but then the one landed that she got on, so I don't know. Anyway,
You guys would have seen it. It was pretty
Yeah,
damn
I-
obvious. It was a pretty big ass black dragon.
Black dragon. Okay, so we've
That
definitely seen
Resmir,
blue
that
and
Resmir
black.
specific. Yeah.
All right.
Wait
You
a
say there are
wait a minute,
eggs
wait a
in that cave.
Why else would they be bringing all that weird ass shit in there? Why else would Cyanrath still be there? He's one of their lieutenants. You don't stick somebody like that in a cave.
He's just some guy that stuck me in the gut the first time I met him. I don't know who he is.
Oh. What?
He
Let me
stuck
fill
my
you in.
face in the dirt. It hurt.
Yeah, that dude is he's pretty gnarly. But from what I've seen, if he tells you something, take his word on it. That
He
dude
doesn't know
has.
my name yet. I need to tell him my name. So yeah, we're not done.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you tell that guy? Why?
I want a
That
rematch. He
makes
stuck me in the gut. I can't let that go.
you guys are fucked up, man.
Well, that's just me. These guys keep me alive.
Hey, Nighthill,
One-time job.
tell me these guys are not the perfect dudes for this job. Like what? Well, from all I've heard, Leeson, you've done well. We'll be in touch. Yeah, whenever I can. Gentlemen, Leeson and I, and a few others, go way back. He is well known for what he does within small circles. Otherwise, not many know who this man is. We would appreciate your discretion in that piece. If Leeson says that you can do this, I would take that as more than a compliment.
Well, we need.
Can I have a night's sleep,
Kind of,
a shower, or a bath, and a drink first?
yeah, I could go for a drink. Are you? No, you are going to lay here, Master. If you must, I will bring you a drink, but you will stay here.
The drinks come to us. I like this man.
But I was just talking about.
No, thank you. Yes, yeah, do
Sure.
it, please.
Absolutely. Of course. The more the merrier. Master Nighthill, would you like one? Or pass?
I look at him and go, we will have a drink together someday.
Someday. I leave you to it, gentlemen. I know what I need to know. If you decide to take this on, let me know. He reaches around. He reaches around to the side pack, pulls out a bag, and I'd say tosses it to you, Taz.
Give it a little shake.
And I just added 250 gold to your party inventory. Do with it as you will.
Thank you, sir.
Eric's going to just kind of unabashedly just start. I mean, this is like a hospital wing area. I assume there's water in a basin. He just starts bathing right there. Dropping trowel. Like, nope, I'm filthy and I'm getting clean.
one of the handmaids, one of the nurses.
Nurse, give that man a hand.
Oh dear. Red in the face.
He's not even showing off. He's just cleaning. Does not care.
Okay. Well, look, if you guys are done interrogating me, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of used to it, so any other questions?
At this point,
Yeah, I can't think of anything. This is so ridiculous that it's a ride. I got letters to write home about this. This is amazing. He's just genuinely thrilled.
Just to clarify, you're wanting the three of us to go back into this dragon's den and...
Oh yeah, what do we do if we find little dragons?
Fill in the blank here.
I mean, you know,
I'm a little slow
dragons.
sometimes, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page, that we know what you're asking us specifically for.
All right. No, you don't have to be a smartass about it. Look. So, you go in, and you find out what's there. If they're keeping fucking dragon eggs, get them out. Whatever they are, get them out. These eggs cannot fall into the hands of a group of people that want to bring this, what is essentially a minor deity with 5 fucking heads, into this world. It would be the end of everything we know. Anything we can do to stop that. And you notice now that as he starts talking, like the face, the personality kind of fades a little, and he gets more serious as he's talking about this piece. But as just regular conversation, he seems very abrasive. This is the beginning of the end game. Whatever they've been planning for a long time, and we're just now catching on. We're playing catch up. We're not stopping something ahead of time. We're trying to figure things out as they've got it in motion. We have no idea where all that gold's going. We still got to know that too. Because it's not just Greenest.
So let me pause these horses here. If this is such a... Where are you coming from? Are you sent by someone in Neverwinter, the College of Mages, or someone in Waterdeep? Like, this sounds way beyond 3 fucking jackasses in the middle of a field to deal with.
Yes and no. And look, if it takes 3 fucking jackasses in the middle of a field to get something done, we'll take the help where we can get it. As for where I'm coming from, I just met you guys. And honestly, I kind of like you. I don't know why yet. You seem like my kind of people. But I don't really know you that well. So I'm going to hang on to that bit for myself for the moment. But just know, the answer to your question is kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of from Waterdeep, kind of, sort of from Neverwinter, kind of, sort of from the major cities. It's not just me looking out for everybody.
Exhale a sigh of relief.
up in the woods. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just point me. I'm down to go.
I like this guy. I really like this guy.
Wait till you
Feed
meet
him,
my
give him some
mom.
booze.
Most everyone's met your mom.
Oh, careful, because you probably will meet her. She's not a nice lady. She will kick your ass.
I have to pay extra for that.
Oh.
Where's those drinks?
Yes.
It's at this point, and Nessim comes back in, hearing you guys talking about moms. He's like, perhaps I should come back.
No, come on in.
Are you going to get your mother? Nessim?
I say, that is quite offensive.
Have a seat and have a drink.
Yeah.
Even if it's water.
Sure.
I look at the. So I'm like, does he ever drink?
Yeah, once.
I'll bet it was epic.
We should do it again. We will absolutely not do that again. No. Nope.
Let's see if we live through this. If we do, it's worth having a drink again. I'll smile at him.
Look, even if they don't have eggs in there, 2 of their big gun lieutenants are squatting in that cave. I know that. They're living there. For how long, I don't know. Maybe till the eggs hatch and then everything's gone. I don't know. Maybe there's no eggs. Maybe it's all just a ploy. But whatever's in there, there's probably some damn good info about what they're doing next.
Hopefully this time I won't have to light off a beacon. I look at Daz. How obvious was that anyway? I said, we never really talked. What was it like from your point of view?
Well, we weren't really looking at you, but we could hear some stuff as we rode past everyone who was looking to our east. So must have been.
Damn it!
Quite the
Nobody
sight.
saw it. That's not fair.
All right, we're just trying to get the hell out of there.
Man.
I'm sure it was epic.
It was a show. They had like these little wingless dragon things. They're mean.
Oh yeah, the drakes. Yeah, those
like
they're
big
essentially
angry
guard
lizards.
dogs. Yeah, they're mastiffs with armor on steroids. Yeah, guard dogs, trained by the kobolds.
Yeah, I'm glad I could fly a little bit because that was scary.
Yeah, they're don't get bit. You ever been electrocuted before?
Yep.
Yeah. They don't just bite. Some of the drakes, anyway.
Yeah. Ugh. It was interesting. And at that point, yeah, it's been a full day. I've had a long rest. I'm like, since you didn't get to see it, and he just pops into his the Asimar form, which is what? I don't know where it is where he actually transforms and he shows off his radiant soul. Here it is. And shows off his wings and the glow and everything, just like this is cool.
Is Leosin is laying there, leans back and just takes a drink. Am I still on the drugs, or are you actually doing that? I can't tell.
No, I'm actually doing it. I actually could like zoom around and fly even. I have never done that before. It was amazing.
That's kind of trippy.
I don't know what the fuck this is. He just laughs.
You guys look over and see Nessim kind of smelling one of the drinks. And he kind of sheepishly looks over. He takes a drink. Just a sip. He puts it down, pinky's out, very dainty. Well, since we're here, while I was out, I gave it some thought. Who we work for, kind of looking at Leosin like, I'm not going to say anything. Favor for favor. And he reaches into his pouch and pulls out a small little sheet of, pad of sheets, and rips one off. Blank. Rolls it up and hands it to you, Merrick.
What?
It's a tiny little sheet, maybe, 3x5.
What's this? Just looking at it.
If you ever need me to find anything, information, an item, research, write your message on there, and I will get it wherever I am. And I will do everything I can to help.
That sounds really cool. And I kind of roll it back up, and I hand it right to Taz. You'll know when to use this shit.
Thank you all.
Cool. And he's gonna have a couple of drinks and probably pass the fuck out. Been walking for days.
So, yes, no.
Oh yeah, I mean it's obviously with Merrick's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
What do you think, big guy?
Like Amari should decide.
That's not happening.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Maybe short fun, but it's better than a long boring.
I'll drink to that.
Salud.
And reaches up. All right.
I'm probably going to be here, thanks to this nitwit, for another day. Laying here, healing, and then I'm gone. I have to go. I'm meeting somebody up in El Terrell. It's directly north. It's a city directly north, a couple days ride.
So I would have kind of passed by it at least. I would have heard of it on my way south from where I came from. All right.
Yeah, it's a relatively decent sized city.
All right.
And
Just east of Baldur's Gate.
yep. Yeah, it's pretty much directly east of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I drove by. I rode by that place coming down here. Didn't stop, but yeah.
If that's the case, then you would definitely know the city and definitely recognize it, because in the very center of the city is a massive, massive tower, like an obelisk that just shoots out of the center of the city, maybe 150, 200 feet in the air. And at the top of it is this glowing beacon of light, maybe 20-foot sphere of just glowing light that is ever present. Not a hard city to miss. I'm going up to El Terrell. I'm meeting somebody there. I'll send somebody back to meet you guys here at Greenest if you stop on your way back from the Raiders camp. But if you guys go directly to El Terrell, that's fine too. I can get a message to him. Meet me in El Terrell when you're done. We'll figure everything out then. I'll tell you what I know. More of what I know. And you guys can tell me. We'll figure out what we're going to do. And you can pick up a paycheck.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up as I close my eyes and pass out. Sounds good.
Guess I didn't say it. Thanks. Oh God, Taz is dying.
I really gotta quit smoking.
All
right.
right.
So that's kind of sorry, letting that digest in my brain a little bit.
I'd say it's about, and it's about 6 o'clock at this point. What do you guys do with the rest of your day? If anything?
Merrick literally just passes out.
Okay.
I mean, he
So,
he would be exhausted. He'd
Yeah.
pass out.
Umari's right behind you.
Yeah.
He's gotten asleep, but he's still like, that took a lot out of him.
Sounds like he had an interesting time. I can't wait to hear about it.
Taz,
So, yeah.
you're pretty well rested at this point. Immediately when you came back, there were villagers that recognized who you brought back, and families reunited. There were husbands coming back to wives, mothers coming back to children. There was like everybody nodding to you, thanking you. A lot of gratitude when you first came back, and that's shown. People, as you're walking around town today, the word has spread between the three of you. Everybody knows who you are, and nobody gives you shit,
Taz is
including the guards.
Not too comfortable with that kind of recognition, so he'll try and minimize it and kind of, if he sees it coming, he'll turn down an alley.
A lot of hand waving.
Yeah, that's not the way he was raised. Yeah. He was not rude about it, but
Yeah.
not his thing. Part of the job.
So, shall we skip ahead? Full night's rest. So you guys wake up at 8 o'clock. Greenest is yours. The shops are yours too, Merrick, at this point. You wake up and you see that the journals are there.
Okay.
General goods store, the temple has been restored, the woodworker, the supplies store, the tavern, the stable, the tailor. There's still a few other shops that are worse for wear, burnt. There's still entire homes that are just reduced to rubble. They haven't even bothered to deal with that yet. They're just trying to build infrastructure at this point. This whole town took a beating. And they're still recovering, but these are, as you're looking around, pretty hardy people and very resilient.
I do know, and yes, this is Merrick doing this too. He goes to the tailor. He describes the color, and he wants to get the color of the grasslands that are out there. He just wants 3 really big billowy cloaks that match that color.
Oh, absolutely, honey. We can definitely do that for you. Just step right on over here. And this rotund woman, apron, long black hair, tied back, really, really tight, and just the most. If she was your mom, you'd feel like she'd smother you.
I said, okay, I know people hunt out in those grasslands, like the really hard men. Probably don't come down.
Absolutely.
They don't come
Are you
to
one
town
of
a whole
those
lot.
hard men?
No, but I gotta be able to dress like them.
I see. Look the part. Of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's got to be durable because we are going to be out there for a while, so it's got to be tough.
Oh, you're going somewhere dangerous.
Yeah, of course.
Want some extra pockets?
Sure.
For some little baubles? Sure. She chats you up. She's just it's like going to the hairdressers where they just know all the right questions to ask to get you talking. And they
He's just rolling along with it. And yeah.
So if you go in, I'd say, yeah, you could probably get a few pairs of traveler's clothes.
Yeah, I call it that, and yeah.
So the
I make sure that Taz and Umari know that they're for them, and one for me. I'm like, man, it sucks out there. If we end up walking, there ain't much to hide us. Just so you know.
at some point in the day, I imagine you guys would stop for a drink before you head out.
I leave my mail for a courier. I'm sure that there's a place where you can leave it for if a courier comes to town.
Mm-hmm.
So I just leave that with somebody. There may be 1 or 2 that I write up after session in that too, if it fits. So, but yeah, and then I'm gonna go to that damn tavern.
Okay.
Looking at Taz, what do anything we need to do while we're here?
Nope.
Let me buy you a drink and head to the tavern.
I will let you do that.
I knew you would.
I will allow it. While you guys are there, Merrick.
Yeah.
The doors to the tavern open, and you immediately recognize somebody from the FCS come in. A long blue cloak that at the edges just fades to nothing. You can't tell where the cloak starts and ends at the end of it. And it's kind of like a trench coat. You also recognize the satchel with the emblem. Taz, you recognize this too, just from Neverwinter. He is wearing his pencil thin mustache, comes down to a very sharp point. High, stands very with great posture, strolls in, big wide brim hat with a feather coming out. Looks around, he looks down in his hand, looks up, and then catches you two. And you specifically, Merrick, walks over. Letter for Merrick.
That'd be me.
Très bien. State your name. And he holds, you've seen this a dozen times. Taz, you might have seen this once or twice. I don't think you've ever really, you've seen it, you know it, but there's this blue stone that he holds up to you. And every time you've ever had a letter delivered to you, Merrick, you say your name.
Okay. But yeah, Merrick, and I never gave myself a surname. It just wasn't important enough. So I don't know if that does mean I don't have one or don't know.
You've usually used Merrick of Lurkwood.
Merrick of Lurkwood. That works. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as you say it, the stone glows and then goes out. Très bien. There you are. And he goes to turn around and stops. Looks confused, looks down at his satchel, pulls out another. Apparently, I've got another for a Taz pillow. Taz pillow.
Yeah, that's me.
He holds the stone, states your name.
Taz.
Stone glows, hands you the letter. Bon voyage, gentlemen. And turns.
Here. And I hand him my packet of stuff that I've been writing and holding on to. And say their name of Lurkwood.
Oui. How many? How many letters?
I'm gonna guess there's like probably 7. I don't have to write them all, but yeah, just say there's like 7 letters, all to his family.
Okay.
And 1 to Night Hill. Just so you know, I'll get that one written up.
Got it. So where are they going?
Oh, they live up in Lurkwood still. So
okay, so one to Night Hill. So just like right at the keep.
Yeah.
The tavern?
Yeah. What? Yes. Actually, yes.
Okay. All right. I will just deliver all this for free. Don't. It's fine. And
but this is for my family up in Lurkwood.
Okay, so the other 6 letters are for her.
Right.
Up in Lurkwood.
And whatever that works out to. It's because I'm not putting a rush on it. It's just mail home.
This would be...
because it's like 1,000 miles. It's the long one.
It would be 30
gold or something like that.
It'd be 70 gold.
Wow. And yeah, he porks that out of his portion of the money.
Thank you very much. This person must be very important to you, V.
I say, is it possible to ship a person? I smile.
He looks at you with this look of, I suppose I've never had to do this myself. I don't see why not. The breathing part might be a little tricky, but maybe how far you ship them matters.
We'll figure it out sometime. I didn't expect you to say yes. He just laughs.
I did not either, but apparently I cannot think of any reason why you can't. You know, now I think on it, you might be able to talk to how you say, a wizard, FCS wizard. They teleport things instantaneously. It's a bit pricey, but can be done. C'est la vie, gentlemen. He takes off.
Got to say, this place is pretty cool. I like it.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, now look at my letter.
So I will do this because I didn't make a folder for this yet.
Ah, okay.
It's probably just from your mommy, Merrick.
Yeah. Okay. And then we do this, nah, and this, nah. Okay. Make sure I'm doing this to the right person. And
Oh, okay.
Chris. Should be a folder called Letters PC.
Sweet. I'm just going to refresh. Oh, wait, letters PC. Perfect. Yes.
I'll open up and read mine and kind of furrow my frow.
By the way, if we're ever up anywhere near Lurkwood, we got to visit. Just so you know, we'll be stopping by.
Mari just kind of gives you a look. That's really far from here. You know that.
Hey, I walked it. We got horses now.
Okay. You guys, I mean, day's yours, so what?
Yeah, I'm
what's
just
your
trying
plan? What are you doing?
Oh, he's going to check out, what's her name? Lynan. Is she kicking around somewhere?
If you go and looking for Lennon, she is at the temple.
Okay.
Talking to the high priest there. And just as you walk up, she's finishing the conversation and going to somewhere else. She's just kind of doing her thing around the day, but you find her around the temple.
Okay. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, Merrick. Hi. Is the bow still in the piece?
Oh, is amazing. I wanted to thank you.
Well, good. I'm glad it serves you. I heard you just got back not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
Long walk to where?
Oh, from there all the way back, I had to walk. It sucked.
That doesn't answer the question, but okay, sure.
Wait! You're a local. Do you know anything about that hill that's kind of southeast of here? Weird, like a box canyon in it. Anybody ever talk
Oh.
about that place?
Horseshoe Plateau. Yeah,
Oh,
I used to play there as a kid all the time.
really?
Yeah.
Was there always a cave down there at the end?
Cave. I mean, there was a very small cave. I mean, it wasn't anything. I mean, even as children, it was kind of a tight fit.
Huh. It's got to be bigger now. There's a lot of stuff going in and out of there. Okay.
What on earth could be there?
That's the question.
I
Well-
assume you're going to answer.
Well, I gotta go find out.
Well,
You know anything about this place? Is it stories? Anything?
well, Horseshoe Plateau is, it's... She gets a little red in the face. It's a bit of a hideout from when I was in my teens.
They hid
Just
an
far
entire
enough away that we could get there, but our parents wouldn't follow.
You wouldn't be
If you
disturbed.
catch my drift.
Oh, very much so. And I can see that. I'm just concerned because the whole fortress got put there for a while.
A fortress.
Fortress, dragons, all kinds of really bad stuff out there. And so, yeah, I got to go back and I kind of want to know if there's anything that might, give me an edge. Because, yeah, it's going to be a bit interesting. I found the rock above with the crack in it. That's a great hidey hole.
Yes. We used to call that Fat Man's Bane.
Yeah, no shit. I was in there for like 6 hours.
She gets this face of like, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah, it sucked. But I got out of there. Is there anything else like that hidey hole you know of?
well. If we're not talking about the same cave, then the one that I used to go to when I was a kid is still there. It's on the southern side, on the outside. So the horseshoe's kind of shaped like this.
On the outside? No, we didn't see that.
On
I
the
don't think they
on
did
the-
either.
On the outside, under kind of the tallest part of the plateau on the outside. Yes.
Ooh.
That's where we used to go, and there's a tiny little alcove in there, and it's I don't know if it's still there. It might have crumbled in. Time might have gotten to it. It might still be there. I have no idea. I haven't been there in years. I'm sorry I can't be more help.
No, that's fantastic. I just wanted to catch up a little bit and see how you were doing and
Well,
heading out
thanks to
again
you
soon.
and the others. We're alive and trying to make the most of what we have. Doing okay.
This
all things
seems like a
considered.
good town. Seems like a good little town.
It is. And I'm not particularly a big fan of when people come mucking with it.
I don't blame you.
Weird question.
Yes.
Strange. Where did you learn to use your bow?
Grew up in the Lurkwood. Family are hunters. That's what we do.
Ah. Not something I can learn then.
I don't know why you couldn't learn.
Well, I may be considering learning how to defend this town should something like this come again. So, any help that you could offer would be appreciated. Just pointing me in the right direction. Nothing you have to stay here for. I'm not asking for lessons. But there it is.
Well, how about a shooting lesson? Because I think you'll understand. I'll just tell you what you need to practice on, and I'll bet you can run with it.
That would be wonderful. When?
Now? We're not going to be here for very long. We got to go. So, but yeah, I'll give you a shooting
work
lesson
fast.
now.
Sure. Let me go get some things, and I'll meet you just on the outside. Hold on. And she suddenly gets very excited and just takes off. And you guys meet outside the city. And how long do you spend with her?
I figure I'll spend a couple hours until she feels comfortable with it. Just playing the Robin Hood shooting game.
Okay.
Showing her what how to actually shoot as best I know how in an hour and a half or whatever. Just like, this is what you got to learn, and just leave it at that.
Alrighty. Make some changes to mine. Taz, what are you doing in the meantime? See, I'd imagine you at some point go to leave.
Yeah, I just
see this.
Ignore them.
Okay. So you get a couple hours to yourself to do whatever.
He's going to avoid people and just really go back to the castle. The keep, and just he doesn't want to be around the people.
Okay.
So I'll go there and sharpen his. He doesn't have this is a hammer, so I'll go blunt up his hammer.
Blunt up his hammer. I like that. At some point, hearing the clang of your hammer hitting whatever you're hitting, you hear Leoson's voice over your shoulder. You just getting some anger out, or you hurt up?
And getting the rust out, that's all.
Gotcha. Because I know some ladies that might be able to help if you're... Anyway, so... I didn't tell you guys this immediately. Something's telling me. Give you a heads up. I say something. Wink, wink. On your way to El Turel. Keep your eyes open. There's an old friend of mine, and I don't know a lot about this guy, but I do know that he's special in some way that I can't tell. You see him, or if he sees you, say hi. I don't know exactly where he lives. I've tried finding him before, and if he don't want to be found, he ain't gonna be found. So, best I can say is just keep your eyes open.
Special as in he's missing half his face, or he walks with a limp, or...
No, I mean special isn't like something about it. He's an old dude. How old? I have no idea, but he's fucking old.
Does he have a name?
He does. I can't give it. Because it's his to give. It's one of those things. He really, really values his privacy. I am only telling you this because he specifically contacted me to tell you. So take that for what it's worth. He knows about you guys. I don't know what that means, but...
All right, I've put it in the vault.
Good luck. And I'll see you around. And he limps off to the tavern.
Cheers.
You go back to blunting your hammer, and
Cleaning my chainmail.
you guys go back and forth. You go back and forth with Lennon a little bit. You teach her. She's a really quick learner. You know, when you first start shooting, the groupings are not so great. They're kind of, you know, maybe one arrow hit the target. But after about an hour, she's hitting a pie plate.
At the end of it, I go, I tell you what, talk to the hunters in this place. Have them take you with you. Have them take you with them. Go out, hunt, learn. You can.
That about that, you wouldn't mind putting in a word for me? Most of the hunters here aren't too keen on having a woman go with them.
Oh, it'll come down from so far above their head, they will shit themselves helping you.
She grabs your hand. Thank you. And picks up the bow and takes in a stance, breathes in, draws back, and you walk away. She's still firing away.
All right. So yeah, and at that point, I'm gonna be heading back to the keep. Unless I might do offline shopping in this time break period, but yeah, at this point, then I'll head back and do my long rest and check on Taz. Do I see him? Hear him?
Yeah, he's I don't know, Taz, where are you? What are you doing at this point? A couple hours later.
yeah, about dinner time type thing.
Yeah.
I'll be cleaning my chainmail.
All right, I am keeping an eye out for Night Hill.
Okay.
Do I see him any? You know, or is that it?
Yeah. You don't see Night Hill walking around. You know that you do know that he spends most of his time in the keep.
All right. Yeah, and I'm heading back there. Do I see him or his Escobar?
You do see Escobar drilling several of the town guard. What's the new recruits, as it were. batch of 6, just pants. He's just jogging behind him. Let's go, you fucking pansies! And
I just gotta walk up looking at this like this is insane. It's just like I go, hey, how's it going, man?
He stops. Halt! Take a rest. What can I do for you?
Gotta help me out. I made a promise. Help me keep it. Linen, you know her, right? All right. She's good with a bow. Can you get her out with the hunters and have them legit teach her how to hunt and not give her shit? Have I earned that?
He looks at you, kind of squints his eyes, and he's got a dead serious face, and all of a sudden he gets this shit-eating grin. Absolutely. You got yourself a deal. And he slams his fist into your hand, and he doesn't let go. Taz, you're standing somewhere behind him, I assume, and Umari's there. And he looks at the three of you. I don't often do this, but I have a question. What are your names?
I'm just Merrick. Merrick of Lurkwood.
Taz Pilo.
And Umari. I don't often remember names. People don't live long enough. I'll try to remember yours. Good work, lads. Thank you. On your fucking feet! And goes back. The three of you stand in the center of Greenest. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon at this point.
I think it's gonna be an interesting time here, Mr. Taz.
We'll have to get some things together before we start getting on our way.
Yeah. Let's start the morning with a trip back. What do you think? Have some fresh horses?
Says, well, I guess we're going back.
Yes, we are.
In the morning, then.
Yeah, that's and he's just going to kind of
get out of there.
That was crazy. So, Taz, do you have any idea who these people are that he's talking about?
No, I haven't.
I am so out of my depth. I have no clue what's going on. I just know I got to do this.
Well above my pay scale.
It's fun, though.
It's not boring.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.